What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Joe Waters, 1/3 of the Wave Report, and I wanted to come to talk to y'all this fine, beautiful morning. Last day of 2018, where you put things in perspective like album of the year. And you've had to listen to my counterparts disrespect you with albums by such artists as Cardi B. We still don't know what the B stands for, but you've also had to hear another counterpart. We don't even need to talk about who he said was the best album of the year, but I don't want to disrespect my counterparts, because the best album of 2018, hip hop, is actually tougher than what they want to make it believe. Nipsey had a great album. Cardi had a great album. But there was an album that was better, and I'm having some difficulty figuring it out. So that's why, for me, I'm going to tell y'all, I don't have one winner. I got two. The album of the year for 2018 is a tie.
Cop out.
Between The Book of Ryan and Pusha T. So Royce the 5'9" and Pusha T both put out albums this year, and I think The Book of Ryan and Daytona were both amazing albums for what they provided hip-hop. Hip-hop is better for it. Hip-hop has grown for it. Let me start with The Book of Ryan. Now, sometimes you get just cool intros, but The Book of Ryan gives you so much depth. And the first song, or second song if you're listening to the album, it's called Woke. It sets the tone right out the gate. Royce the 5'9" is a lyricist, but if you've never heard a Royce the 5'9" song, if you started with Woke, you became a fan. As we go through the album, there's a song on there called Caterpillar. Now, Caterpillar, in my opinion, is the reason why Eminem will never, ever, ever, ever be in my top 5 ever again. Eminem had an amazing verse, but Royce still beat him. Eminem has amazing verses in hip-hop, but Royce still delivered an amazing cadence and just some great content. Godspeed was crazy. Dumb was amazing. But I'm going to skip past to Pablo Boat with J. Cole. Now, when we talk about hip-hop, this sport, you're going to hear this a lot. Royce the 5'9" is dope, but he invited competition. See, a lot of times your favorite artist is going to run from competition. You're not going to see him with a bunch of features with the heavy hitters. Just the people that's going to make the record sell. This song wasn't about that. Pablo Boat was absolutely amazing. Then in addition to that, you go a few songs later, you got Summer on Lock. Now, who did he put on Summer on Lock? He put everybody that you could say is a spitter. Bars. He put Pusha T on it. He put Jadakiss on it. He put your heavy hitters on one record, and it made a cohesive record. Record was fire. There's not a flaw in that record at all. Outside with Marsha Ambrosius, fire. If you're listening to this album, sometimes you get too much. Sometimes you get a record that's just too long. Now, with this album, was pretty large depth of content on this record. So if you needed a classic, this record gives you stuff you can listen to over and over and over again. It's going to take you a few listens to digest everything. There's a lot of meat in this album, but I'm still pulling things months later, which with Nipsey made me want to go hustle and go get it, but I'm not pulling any gems out of it now. Cardi B gave me an amazing album that I could dance to, but that ain't making me, I'm not getting no gems in hip hop. I'm not feeling like, I'm inspired to go out there and go be somebody. I got that from Nipsey. Nipsey was the best album if we talking about getting gems that makes you want to go be somebody. Royce was the best album if we're talking about getting lyricism and consistently finding new wave patterns, new rhyme schemes, newness in every record. He stayed very consistent with it. The Book of Ryan is a classic in my book. The Book of Ryan is a classic in general. Now, I gave you 2 albums, right? So the second one's going to be Daytona. Now let me tell you why Daytona is going to be on my list. Daytona's gonna be on my list, one, because Pusha T, Pusha T has always talked that talk and he's always backed it up in his rhymes. He's always backed it up in his music. Pusha says, your favorite artist can't do this. Your favorite artist can't. He's got a swagger and a confidence and a cockiness and like when you hear it, it's synonymous with the Lil Wayne lighter flick. It's synonymous with the Jadakiss laugh before records. When you hear that, you know Pusha not playing around. If you know, you know. That's what we coming with right out the gate.
That's my joint.
Boy, I'm talking about stadium should have lit up for that. But y'all don't want to support hip hop like that. That record should have been played in stadiums. If you know, like I wanted to be in a concert. That was one of them joints. That's like a cool nigga mosh pit. If you know, you know when that beat dropped and that hook came on. Man, that record, yo, I ain't even gonna front. The only reason why I still play Madden is because that song is in the soundtrack. Like it's really a dope record. I want to keep hearing it. After that, the games we play, dog, lyricism. That's what we talking about here? And you don't include that? Tremonte? Lyricism? The games we play? Crazy record. Hard Piano. Now, I know I give Kanye a lot of flack. This one was special. I know he overrated. He just super overrated. His sneakers is trash. But you can't take a thing away. If Kanye is Kanye the one who made Hard Piano? Can't take a thing away. That one. Whew. And Rick Ross, he died on that record. Well, he held his own, but Hard Piano was crazy. Now I'm gonna skip down to Infrared. And here's the reason why I'm gonna skip down to Infrared. So the other songs were great, but what makes this a classic? You don't know hip hop if you don't know how people calculate certain things. Infrared, single-handedly, on a 7-track album, 20 minutes long in length, the song Infrared gave hip hop some of its best moments of the entire year. Because it started something. Drake is your artist who had an album come out this year as well called Scorpion. It's not on my list. It may be on yours, but it's not on mine. It's an R&B album with some hip hop in it. But Infrared made Drake really, really want to get into his rap bag. You know why? Because he knew the pressure was applied. He knew the pressure had been put on. Infrared is flawless. Flawless. He put pressure on Drake in one record. And then his comeback, to me, was a stone cold killer. Daytona, the Book of Ryan, have to have their respect in the album of the year conversation. Now, it's like the Grammys, right? You nominate a bunch of albums, but you got to pick ultimately who you want to be the best album. So on this whole album of the year conversation, we got Cardi B. We got Daytona by Pusha T. Cardi B, Invasion of Privacy, Daytona by Pusha T. Victory Lap by Nipsey Hussle, and The Book of Ryan by Royce the 5'9". So in the comments, do me a favor. Tell us who you think was the best album of 2018. And if you say Lil Wayne, you're getting blocked. But we open to all suggestions. We with all the smoke. If you say you can't say an album we didn't put in here and not explain it. Tell us what you thought was the best album of 2018. But we signing off. Happy New Year to everybody. And one time for the Wave Report, it's your boy Joe Waters, a.k.a.
Shut the fuck up.
Flash Gordon wishes he could be me. One time.